Okay, so as you may have guessed from the title, this presentation will not be discussing any general postgraduate or LLC related interests. Instead, I feel the need to address that irritating celebrity info, where big-time movie stars and singers, etc., feel the need to put in their 2 pence about the way we ordinary people conduct our lives, and in the process make some pretentious comment. Think Gwyneth Paltrow and her proclamation that we should only ever eat organic food because of its naturalness, irregardless of the fact that for the non-millionaires out there, organic goods are not always the cheapest products. A trivial example for some, perhaps, but nevertheless really annoying. But alas, we're not here to talk about Gwyneth, we're here to talk about Keira Knightley. Now, I don't want to bash Keira Knightley because I actually really love her. She's in fact one of my all-time favourite actresses. But I do take issue with, or in fact, issue with several of her comments concerning feminism and the Disney princess. Now, I won't go as far as the Telegraph reporter Alex Proud when he questioned, quote, "Just because someone is good at acting or sport, why should we care about their opinions on other matters?" But I will contextualise Knightley's argument within the increasingly relevant political correctness debate and ask whether an increase in hardline censorship and the protection of children can be counterproductive. In light of society's PC obsession, I will conclude by inquiring whether self-identifying feminists, aka someone like myself, can even acknowledge areas of feminist philosophy such as Knightley's that we take issue with. But to begin, over the past year, Keira Knightley has become one of Hollywood's leading voices on the issue of motherhood and feminism in our 21st century society. From penning a hard-hitting essay and brutally honest account about the terror of childbirth and the tragic message that new celebrity mothers such as Kate Middleton sent to thousands of other women, the British actress's most controversial statement to date has concerned the harmful impact of the Disney princess. In October 2018, Knightley spoke about banning her 3-year-old daughter from watching Disney films whose portrayal of women she disagrees with. Keira Knightley's daughter is not allowed to watch Cinderella or The Little Mermaid. When interviewed by Ellen DeGeneres, Knightley stated that Cinderella, quote, waits around for a rich guy to rescue her. Don't rescue yourself, obviously. The Little Mermaid is also banned, the reason being, I mean, the songs are great, but do not give up your voice. For a man, hello. However, she did then add, to quote, and this is the one I'm quite annoyed about, because I really like the film. I actually love The Little Mermaid. More recent films such as Tangled, Frozen and Moana, Knightley states, are fine. It is true that these more modern films, in their representation of women, indeed reflect the strides that Disney has taken to move away from the cliché princess waiting to be saved by a prince storyline. For instance, both Moana and Merida from Brave are devoid of love interest completely. And in Frozen and Tangled, the female protagonists save their male counterparts. The decision to forbid these Disney films unsuited to her feminist credentials has, as Knightley admitted, been a little tricky when considering their intrinsic entertainment value. But in light of what I've just laid out before you, I want to say, but Keira, you're missing the point. To watch these so-called bad Disney films alongside the more modern ones can surely teach children and not just harm them. Will they not teach children about the differing female positions through history? Traditional tales such as Cinderella and Snow White were what, made in the 50s and the 30s? They look visibly older. There is a discernible antiquity to them, and this with time I'm sure children would pick up on. Besides, are they sexist storylines, or are they merely set in a time that by the 21st century stands as sexist? Offering a corrective to the archaic opinions, experiences and representations that disagree with commonly held modern belief systems whitewashes the history of ideas, does it not? I think it's safe to say that Disney has evolved with the times, so in that respect, should we rewrite its origins for a more palatable form for the modern day feminist? Do Ariel and Cinderella add to the plethora of Disney princesses and protagonists in general really lead little girls to become doomed to a future of disempowerment? But perhaps the biggest irony of the situation is that we should and perhaps could consider whether any child of Keira Knightley, two-time Oscar nominee, leading British actress in Hollywood who has worked since the age of 6, should ever or could ever need a prescribed form of feminism. Need a child of Keira Knightley not just look to its mother to see what a powerful woman is? Now, I'm no mother, so for some in the audience in the wider world, this viewpoint and speech is totally arbitrary. But is not this view on censoring slightly drastic and completely bonkers? Children are like sponges, yes, but would not initial pleasure and romanticization of female subjugation, once confronted with other feminist viewpoints at large in the world, transform, grow and recognize itself? I mean, surely growing up and realizing that your mother is the Keira Knightley would put things in perspective. I mean, I know who I would choose as my role model. But I'll leave you with these questions. Is it ever necessary to censor a Disney film? Is it too far? Can indeed feminist philosophy ever overstep the mark? In a proto-feminist society that does indeed require certain strivings for further equality, is it even possible to commit what I have just committed? As a feminist, can I acknowledge those areas of feminist philosophy that I am simply not comfortable with or simply unable to commit myself to? Well, I think I just did. But in a world